what essentially does a day in the life of an architect look like? What does your normal day like?
I think 90% of the time you're drawing. You're on the computer, you're drawing. That's 90% of it, basically. And that's why I think there's a lot of complaints architects don't get paid that much, because you study like the same amount as a doctor or lawyer, and you don't get paid as much as a doctor or lawyer. But I think that's big. I think that's one of the reasons why, because it's quite enjoyable. You draw. No one probably wants to pay somebody to draw because it's enjoyable. It's like people pay money for jobs that are like not enjoyable. If you enjoy something, I don't think it's very well paid, if you know what I mean. So there's that. But there is other stuff. It's quite broad, the job, really. You draw, yeah, but you're thinking about a lot of things. You're not just design's about 5% of it. You're coordinating with engineers, structural engineers, like columns and beams. You're coordinating mechanical stuff, electrical stuff. So you're making sure all the walls and the building fits all those things. So you're constantly tweaking the drawings. Nowadays, it used to be plans. Now it's a 3D model on the computer, which you pull out the plans and everything. So it feels like you're constantly tweaking that. Sometimes it goes on. You have a basic plan or sketch, then it's like layering detail on top of that. It goes on for months. So you have a basic plan, and then you just add more detail, get more detail from other people. It just keeps going. So you're constantly refining the design and the drawings all the time. Sure, you go in meetings a lot and go on site and stuff, but I think a lot of it's basically drawing and designing and putting your design on the drawing.
Okay, so it's not as fancy as people, or glamorous as people think it is from the outside.
Yeah, I think the glamorous side of it is like when it's finished, really. And I think the early stages are nice as well, when you go onto an empty site and you see like an empty site and you have to think of something, and there's that. I really like that first initial sketch you put, like the first little doodle, like sometimes someone has an idea or things like that. That's pretty cool. But it's a lot of getting from that to the end is just a long process, really. But it can be. It's like creative. It's very creative and very technical as well. So it's a bit of both, really. So it's an art and a science, you could say.
I know you're very well traveled. Now, out of all the cities and countries that you've been to, which location or which city, according to you, has one of the best architectural either buildings or rooms or places that you've been to?
Some people like historical stuff. Some people like really local, sustainable stuff like the mud houses. It depends. But for me, I like modern stuff. So I'll say you're living in Dubai. So Dubai's one of the, for an architect, that's pretty fantastic. Really modern stuff. But then you go back to olden days. Paris is quite nice. I like Paris.